Medfit Rehab founder Joanne James is a medical exercise specialist. Medfit Rehab, restoring strength and movement, making a difference in people's lives. 647-259-5481. Columbus Center, Athletic Department, Dufferin and Lawrence, medfitrehab.com. Is staying healthy becoming too expensive with personal trainers, gym memberships, massages, and supplements? Then Joanne James, medical exercise specialist, and her dedicated team have exciting news for you. Imagine a healthcare plan that saves you money on personal and group training and gives you premium access to medical professionals. That's what Medfit Rehab can offer you. In the Columbus Center, Dufferin and Lawrence, call today to learn more. 647-259-5481, medfitrehab.com. Hi, Joanne. How are you this morning? Nice to have you with us.
Thanks, Zelda. I hope you're having a great day.
It's a beginning. Let's hope that it stays this way. Okay,
right.
So why do I get dizzy? I don't get dizzy when I exercise, but I think that's a common problem. What makes a person dizzy when they're exercising?
Well, there's a number of reasons why they might be dizzy. We notice this a lot when we're working with clients, new clients, people who don't know how to eat properly before they come and exercise, or they don't drink enough water. What we notice is they tend to start feeling dizzy, feeling nauseous, and they just want to stop, which is what they should actually be doing. So a couple of things that I mentioned is, one, if you don't eat enough before you come to a workout, you're basically working out on empty. You're working out on fumes. That's not a good way to work out. You have to feed your body.
See, that's a real problem for me because I never eat usually before I work out. I always do it after.
Well, have you eaten at least about 2 hours before?
Nothing.
4 hours before?
Nothing.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
if I wake up in the morning, I have a cup of coffee. If I'm lucky, sometimes I will get a muffin if I stop. Otherwise, I don't usually eat until I say, sometimes before, but very rarely.
Okay, well, you're one of those rare birds that can get away with not refueling their body before they actually need the fuel to exercise and
But
work
that's
out.
That's a mistake.
Well, it is, I think, for people. I think it is for people who really should have something to eat before. Maybe your body's adapted to that, so it's used to that. But it's always better to feed the body so that it has something to work with. So that's one of the reasons why people will start to feel like they're going to pass out.
Right.
And the other reason is that they're dehydrated. Your body is made of a high percentage of water, and it requires that water in order to function normally. And it requires the electrolytes as well as the sodium, which helps to maintain the water and to balance the water in your system. So dehydration doesn't help. And that shows up usually in headaches. If that person feels headachy, their mouth is dry, they feel dizzy, nauseous, could be because they're dehydrated. And thirdly, if they're overexerting themselves, they're new to exercise, they're pushing it way too hard, then they end up shallow breathing as they're trying to their body's trying to get that oxygen to feed the muscles, and then they start to get dizzy because now they're not getting the oxygen deep into the lungs so that the blood can be oxygenated. So those are the three main reasons. And the other issue to probably keep in mind is if it goes beyond that, if you get a severe headache, if you feel chest pains, tightness in your chest, something running down your arm, anything like that that goes beyond just being a little bit dizzy, then that requires medical attention. You should actually see the doctor before it goes any further.
So your advice basically is to fill the tank before. But, it's the same thing as when you say you're a professional singer. If you talk to any of them, they will tell you they never eat before in a performance. They always eat after. But it's different, isn't it? It's got nothing.
Well, yeah, it's different if you're the average Joe Blow, and it's not necessary for you to restrict your eating. You should eat at least 2 hours before. You don't have to eat within the 2 hours, but at least 2 hours before.
Okay.
And in the morning, it's nice to get your fuel cells refueled by having a little something to eat as well. You don't have to have a heavy meal, but you should have something that won't fill you up, maybe a fruit, slice of toast, maybe orange juice, something like that. That will keep your blood glucose level normal, and it won't drop so that you start feeling dizzy and nauseous.
Well, I think you're giving good advice, and most people will say the same thing. You know, I mean, you can't drive on an empty tank. I mean, if you don't put gas in your car, you're not going to be going anywhere.
Exactly,
okay?
And it's not doing your car any good either,
Absolutely.
Right? Same with the body.
Okay, well, information that is extremely important coming from a very important medical specialist, you.
Thank you.
So I thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
You certainly will.
Okay.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Okay, then. Bye-bye.
Joanne James, founder and medical exercise specialist of Medfit Rehab, will improve your overall health through medical exercise. Contact Joanne James, 647-259-5481, Columbus Center Athletic Department, Dufferin and Lawrence, medfitrehab.com.